everybody, welcome to Trinity Kids Online.
I'm Jared.
And I'm Brady.
And today we are continuing our series called High Wire.
It's all about daring to trust.
And we are catching up with a guy named Isaac and Well, we will see how Isaac trusted God no matter what.
Awesome, let's get it.
Hey TK, thanks for tuning in to Trinity Kids Online.
We are so fired up that you're here because we have absolutely some fantastic things in store for you guys today.
But before all of that goodness, you know exactly what time it is, don't you?
It's challenge time, and since everybody is going back to school, we decided to do a little bit of school trivia.
That's right. So we're gonna throw the question on the screen, and you have to pick an answer between 1, 2, 3, or 4. Well, how well do you know school? See if you can beat Brady by getting more right than he does.
So grab a friend, sibling, adult in your home, or just everybody, and bring them on in because challenge is way more fun with more people.
Are you ready? Awesome, let's go.
All right, guys, for challenge time today, we are doing back to school trivia. So really simple, there are gonna be 4 answers. You're gonna have to pick which one you think answers the question correctly, and we'll see if you're right. Make sure to keep score of how many you guys get right. Let's go straight on to question numero uno. Here we go. Back to school trivia. Which term refers to the fear of going to school? I'm so sorry if I pronounce these wrong. Didascalinophobia. Yep, that one for sure. Ergophobia, possible. Latrophobia, possible. Agoraphobia. Which one do you guys think it is? It's on screen. You guys can point to it. I'm, just can't read or talk. So that's fine. But which one do you think it is? I'm gonna have to go with the super long one that I'm not gonna try to pronounce again, which is number 1. What do you guys think? Let's see the answer. The answer is, it's number 1. Who would have thought the longest answer is the right one? Guys, tip, if you're ever doing multiple choice, always pick the longest answer. That was not real advice. Do not follow that advice. All right, guys, let's go back to school here for question number 2. Here we go. We have standard graphite pencil has enough graphite to draw a line for how many miles? And or how many words, okay? How many miles long or how many words? Here we go. Is it 1, 10 miles or 12,000 words? 2, 22 miles or 36,000 words? That's a lot of words. 35 miles and 45,000 words, or 43 miles and 54,000 words. Wow. I don't think I've ever written 54,000 words with a pencil. My hand would hurt so bad. Which one do you guys think? I think I'm gonna have to go with number 3. I think, you gotta go a middle ballpark. There's no way it's 10, that's too small, but 22 is close, but I'm gonna have to go with 35. Let's see, the answer is, it's 3! 35 miles and 45,000 words. That is a lot of pencil, guys. Wowzers. There is no way I would ever use a pencil till the end. Just saying. All right, let's move on to question number 3. Here we go. According to health experts, what is the maximum weight children should carry in their backpack? Is it number 1, 5 to 10% of body weight? Is number 2, 10 to 20% of the body weight? Is number 3, 20 to 30% of the body weight? Or number 4, 30 to 40% of the body weight? Now, if we're doing a little bit of quick mathematics here, that if somebody was 50 pounds, that means they could have a 5-pound backpack if you choose number 1. That's pretty, I would say, you're like a little guy. 5 pounds is kind of a lot. I'm gonna have to go with number 1. I don't think anyone's gonna be carrying around 40% of their body weight in a backpack. That's gonna drag them on the floor. Nobody wants that. Nobody's shoulders want that. You don't want that. I don't want that. Nobody wants that. So obviously, we want the lightest backpacks possible. Let's hit it. I'm going with number 1. Which one do you guys think? Here we go. Answer is number 2, 10 to 20%. You know what? That's honestly a bit of a more fair answer. That makes sense. So if you were 5 pounds or 50 pounds, it'd be 5 or maybe even 10 pounds. Wow, that's crazy. Okay. Question number 4, here we go. What was the average amount of money spent on back to school shopping in a US household with students ranging from kindergarten to grade 12? Here we go. Was it number 1, $696. Number 2, $734. Number 3, $822, or 4, $1,104. You know what? I'm gonna have to say, spent on going back to, so that's getting all your new fits, all your new backpack, new lunch kit, rocking home with the new, water bottle. You kidding me? Yes, sir. I'm buying all this stuff. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm going with number 2, $734. What do you guys think? How much money do you think people spend on back to school? The answer is number 1, $696. Oh, that was close. You know what? I can't be too upset. That was close. That was close. Did you guys get it right? Well, if you did, congratulations. We're moving on to the next one. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Moving on to round number 5. Here we go. Which of these schools is non-fictional? So tell me which school is real. Here we go. Number 1, Bikini Bottom Elementary School. 2, Mission Ridge School. 3, Van Anta Junior High School. Or 4, Seaview Middle School. Which one do you guys think? Honestly, I think Seaview Middle School is real. It sounds cool. Imagine you're going to Seaview and your animal that is your mascot is like a seagull or a seal. That'd be fire. Or a seashell. You could have so many options for cool mascots. Your teams would be fire. Well, guys, which one do you think is the 1, 2, 3, or 4? I'm gonna go with number 4. Let's see. The answer is, oh, it's number 2, Mission Ridge School. Well, guys, did you get it? I didn't. Oops, that's okay. Well, moving on to our next question. Here we go. Question number 6. On average, how much did public schools spend per student in the USA? How much? Let's see. Is it number 1, 6,000? Number 2, 9,000? Number 3, 12,000? Number 4, 15,000? That's a lot of money. How much do they spend per student? So I'm assuming this is all costs, like how much a teacher is getting them paid and how much they're doing for school supplies, all the things. Let's think. I'm gonna have to go with, I think I'm gonna say $12,000, number 3. That was a 1, this is a 3, number 3. What do you guys think? Let's see. The answer is number 3, $12,000. Now that is a lot of money every single year for every single student. Wow, that's crazy. That's a lot of money. Imagine if they just gave you that money. We could do so many cool things with that money. Oh man. Well, guys, we are on our final question. Here we go. What is the name of the fun-loving teacher who takes her class on wacky field trips aboard a magic school bus? Is it number 1, Miss Wade, number 2, Miss Frizzle, number 3, Miss Gerber, or number 4, Miss Wininski? Who knows? I think I know. What do you guys think? Lock in your answer. I think it's number 3. Let's see what the answer is. It's Miss Frizzle. It's number 2. How did I get that wrong? I was so confident. That's okay, guys. Well, that's it for our back to school trivia. Hopefully you got so many answers right. Obviously, I'm not a back to school trivia master, but that's okay. Hopefully you guys are. Enjoy school, have fun, and we'll see you with the rest of the video. Well, those questions were definitely a lot harder than I thought they were going to be. Well, how'd you guys do at home? Whether you won or lost against me, I hope you guys had so much fun playing that little challenge time here on Trinity Kids Online.
They were tricky, and it's been a while since I went to school. Thanks for that old joke, Brady. Anyway, it felt like I almost couldn't even trust my own answers in that trivia game. What is trust anyway?
Well, see, trust is putting your confidence in someone you can depend on. See, in today's story, Isaac needed to put his trust in God no matter what.
It's easy to trust God when life is going just so smooth, But what about when life is not smooth and it gets a little challenging and rocky?
Yeah, well, for me, when I didn't make the basketball team, that was like my world was ending. But when I realized it, it actually opened up a lot of other opportunities that I just didn't know existed before.
There you go. So as you watch today's story, notice what God might be saying to you. Maybe it's a word or phrase that stands out, an illustration. Maybe it's something that just challenges you or encourages you,
Yeah, and today we are sliding right back into the Story Lab. So let's go check it out.
Welcome to another Story Lab. This week, we're talking about trust, while we look at the story of a man who had to dig himself out of a pretty big problem. Oh, and we're also going to be doing this.
3, 2, 1!
Hey, I'm Skylar.
And I'm Sebastian. We're talking about trust, which is putting your confidence in someone you can depend on.
Sebastian, do you trust me?
Yeah, sure. Why are you asking?
I read this thing online that you can fill up a plastic bag with water, stab through it with a sharp pencil, and ta-da! Nothing happens. The bag is leak-proof.
Very cool. I mean, assuming you can trust the internet.
Kids, you cannot always trust the internet.
Great. So do you trust me to try out this amazing experiment?
Yep, do your thing.
Do you trust me to try it out over your head?
No, that's different.
Trust, my friend.
This better work.
Let's make it. Top secure?
Top secure.
Pencil? Pencil?
Who even uses pencils?
Pencil? Sharpen?
I got an idea.
Oh,
Sharpened.
Take a seat.
I feel like my life is flashing right before my eyes.
Don't be dramatic. Drum roll, please. 3, 2, 1. You can open your eyes.
Oh, wow. That worked. Let's see it.
Nothing but graphite.
This amazing miracle of nature brought to you by plastic polymers.
Plastic polymers are molecules like a chain of beads. They're so flexible that when you stab through, they just push back toward the pencil and form a temporary seal.
So there you have it. The polymers are trustworthy, and so am I.
Great. Now, do you trust me?
Why?
Because I have a pencil too.
Oh no.
Oh, yes. Ready? Drum roll, please. 3, 2, 1.
It's time for...
The story before the story.
Today, we're in the very first book of the Old Testament, Genesis. God made our amazing world, but sin entered the world. People turned away from God and went their own way.
But then, God picked one man, a guy named Abraham. And even though Abraham was like 90 years old and had no kids, God told him to look up. And God promised he would have more kids than stars in the sky.
Yeah, and the entire world would be blessed through Abraham's family.
And Abraham did have a kid, Isaac.
Isaac just so happens to be the hero in our story.
Hey everyone, I'm Erica.
Hey, Erica.
In today's story, Isaac was in search of water. Isaac and his family and herdsmen lived out on the plains in the land of the Philistines. And for them, water was life. If they didn't have access to a good, clean well, they couldn't survive. Fortunately, Isaac and his family had some really great wells. They had plenty to drink, and their crops were growing well. Isaac seemed right on track to be living out the promises God gave his father, Abraham. Unfortunately, the Philistines who lived nearby and their king, Abimelech, became jealous of Isaac's success. They shoveled dirt into his wells, and he didn't have water anymore.
You have become too powerful. Move away from us.
Isaac had plenty of men who could stand against the Philistines and fight. But instead of fighting, he decided to trust God to take care of him. So, Isaac chose to keep his cool. He and his family packed up everything they owned. They moved on and made camp in the valley of Gerar, where Abraham had lived for a time, many years before.
All right, man, let's open up those old wells my father dug.
Abraham's old wells filled with cool, clear water once again. The happy herds and flocks could drink their fill. Things were great! Until the nearby Philistine herdsmen showed up to challenge Isaac's servants.
Step aside. The water's ours.
You're gonna have to fight us for it.
Whoa, easy does it, fellas. There's plenty of land in this valley for everyone. We'll move along.
Again, Isaac could have fought back, but instead, he trusted. He and his family and his servants and flocks all moved camp down the valley. Once again, his servants set out to dig new wells. The new wells also produced clean, clear, cool water. But it wasn't long before the Philistine herders arrived on the scene to take over these new wells too.
Yes! Another day, another well for us.
Take it down a notch, please. There's still room for everyone.
But we could knock them flat.
Yes, we could, but we're not going to. Move on out, boys.
A third time, Isaac and his men moved camp, and Isaac's servants dug fresh wells once again. But this time, Isaac was left in peace. In fact, King Abimelech himself showed up to make it official.
Why have you come to me? You were angry with me and sent me away.
We saw that the Lord was with you. Make a peace treaty with us. Give us your word that you won't harm us.
Yeah, I can do that.
Isaac prepared a feast for the Philistines, and early the next morning, the men made an agreement to keep peace with each other. Then, the Philistines went on their way. The end.
So Isaac kept trusting God no matter what.
And finally, Abimelech showed up to make peace.
Yep. If Isaac had started fighting back, he might have been enemies with the Philistines forever.
But sometimes God wants us to stand up, right?
For sure. Trusting God can look a lot of different ways.
For sure. So, what's our part in this story?
Good question. You can trust God no matter what. For example, maybe you practice hard all summer to make the soccer team, but you don't. You can trust God that all your hard work matters, and God has a different place for you to fit in.
Or you're starting at a brand new school. You can walk through those doors trusting that you are loved by God, and you will be okay, even if it takes a while to find your place.
Oh, I totally had to trust God when I got a cavity filled last month. Right there. It did not feel super awesome.
There are so many reasons to trust God. One of the best is because God sent Jesus to give his life for you and me. Putting your faith in Jesus shows you trust God.
For sure.
I think y'all got it. Bye for now.
So here's the thing.
Trust God no matter what. Ooh, I gotta write this down.
Thanks for joining us in the Story Lab.
We'll see you next time.
Well, if I had to keep digging those wells, I could see how it would be so hard to keep trusting God.
That's so true. And sometimes I have a hard time trusting God too. But something stood out when Erica said trusting God can look a lot of different ways.
Yeah, trusting God might look like standing up for something that you really value or believe in, or sometimes letting things slide that you can just let go of. And just like Erica said, it can look like having faith in Jesus.
Well, you guys are so amazing, and thank you guys so much for watching. And maybe you should even try that crazy pencil experiment with all the water.
Thanks so much for jamming out with us today. We had a ton of fun.
So stay tuned for the So-and-So Show, and we'll see you guys next time.
Why is everything so small?
Oh, it's supposed to be small. It's a flea circus.
Fleas?
Yeah. Tiny little fleas are performing their own circus. I don't understand why nothing's moving, though. It's supposed to be moving.
I don't see any fleas.
Oh, no, sure, there. The fleas are missing?
Huh.
The fleas are missing!
Yeah, I wonder where they could be. Ah. Hey everybody, welcome to the So-and-So Show. I'm John.
And I'm Brandon, and we are so glad to have you all with us today. John asked me why.
Why?
Because Today is a big day for me and John.
It is?
We both had this dream for a long time to be cirque performers.
We have?
And today is finally the day we step into our destiny.
Our what?
Our destiny. I've reserved a spot at the globally renowned cirque training facility. Cirque, you say? Cirque today. Well, I say, so today we'll be doing cirque.
You keep saying we.
Our dream of spinning through the air on a suspended hula hoop and flying through the sky between the trapeze bars is about to be realized.
It's not really my dream.
Let's go.
Okay.
Wow, this is awesome.
It's everything I could have wished for.
You guys must be John and Brandon.
Yeah, you must be Frankie.
You can call me Coach.
Oh, well, thanks for having us here, Coach.
So, where do you want to start?
Oh.
We've got Sear Wheel, Aerial Silks, Lyra, of course the trapeze over there.
Yeah.
So, what do you think?
Yeah, I want to try everything. I'm sure I'm going to be great at most of it, but I want to find the place where I really fit in, you know?
I do.
Yeah.
This is Sammy. She's going to be demonstrating for us today.
Oh, hi.
So, where to?
What are you thinking, John?
I'm thinking maybe the silks.
Okay.
Right this way.
Yes! Brandon, you were so right. That was amazing.
For you, I couldn't do any of it. There's no place that I fit in.
Now, you weren't that bad.
Says the natural.
You really think so?
So you guys have a good time?
Oh, yes. Thank you so much for the lesson, Coach.
Well, you guys did great for your first day.
Are you serious? There was not one thing that I did right. I will never be a professional cirque performer.
Oh, training for this takes years. You can't expect
This was my one shot. Cirque today.
We do have other things.
No, thank you. You know what? I'm done. I'm done.
Oh, Brandon.
Kenny, walk right.
Okay.
Cirque today. Cirque, no way.
It's Bible story time with Kellen.
Hey guys.
Hey, Kellen.
Hey, Kellen.
Aw, are you upset about the cirque gym?
I don't belong anywhere, Kellen.
That's not true.
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. But you know what? I think our Bible story today will help you out.
Yeah, well, what do you have in mind?
Well, in my mind, I was thinking about using our heads because it's time for Human Head Puppet Theater. Today's story comes from the book of Genesis. God chose a man named Abraham and promised to bless the entire world through his family. When Abraham died, though, his son Isaac trusted God just like his father did before. Isaac lived where God told him to live, and the Lord blessed him.
Oh, I'm so glad the Lord has blessed me and my family. Hope our crops do well. Wow! That's 100 times more than what I planted!
Isaac became very rich.
Whoa!
And he had a bunch of animals.
Look at all these wonderful blessings.
In fact, Isaac had so much that the Philistines who lived around Isaac became jealous of him.
Hey! Hey, oh! Why, if it isn't Abimelech, king of the Philistines, what brings you here?
You have become too powerful. You must move away from us.
Oh. Okay. All right, let's see. Come on, cows. I can't. All right, animals, come with me. Let's go.
Isaac moved his family and all his animals to a new place, the Valley of Gerar. His father Abraham had dug wells there for drinking water. But the Philistines had stopped them up, so Isaac had to dig them out again.
Well, I guess it's time to open up this well. All right. Yes.
You need some help?
Oh, yes. Thank you.
All right.
Oh, you got a shovel too.
Yeah.
Wow. These are very tiny shovels.
Yeah, well, let's do it faster.
Okay.
Isaac and his servants dug the wells until they found fresh water to drink.
Wow, that's super fresh. Now I can finally relax and make a new home.
Not so fast. These wells are on Philistine land. That water is ours. No, it's ours. We dug it. Let's fight.
No, wait. We can always build a new well. It's no use arguing.
Okay.
So Isaac's servants dug another well. But unfortunately, the Philistines were there to argue over that one too.
It's ours. Ours.
Let's find another spot.
Isaac moved and dug another well. And this time, no one argued over it.
Yeah. Now the Lord has given us room. Now we'll be successful in the land. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's going to catch on. Lord, thank you. You are faithful and worthy to be praised. Oh, Abimelech, what are you doing here? You sent me away, remember?
It's pretty clear that the Lord is with you. So I'd like to make a peace treaty with you. I don't harm you, you don't harm me, you know, all that good stuff.
All right. Well, how about you come over and we will feast together tomorrow at my treat.
Oh.
And then the next day we will get together and sign a treat-e.
Well, let's shake on it.
Okay.
Even though Isaac had been kicked out of his land where he'd been living and his wells had been stopped up or fought over, he kept trusting God and the Lord blessed him. The end.
Thanks, Kellen.
And thank you guys.
Yeah, things weren't going Isaac's way, but he didn't let that bother him.
Yeah, he really trusted God to provide for him and to help him find where he belonged.
He sure did. Sometimes when things aren't going the way we want or expect, we forget that God is still in control. And we forget that God still loves us very much. We can put our trust in God and Jesus no matter what we're going through.
You know, that's very helpful for me to remember. I'm still upset that I didn't do well at the circ stuff, but I know I can trust God to help me find where I belong.
That's terrific.
Thanks.
Hey, you're welcome. I'll see you next time.
I have learned a lot today.
Yeah, me too.
And I think I know how to help you all learn with me. Reveal the question. How do you react when things don't go your way? Today, I did not react very well. I gave up hope and was pretty hard on myself.
Well, what about you? Maybe you get angry or scared, or maybe you asked someone to help you.
Yeah, there will be lots of times in your life when things don't go your way. But whatever happens, we can still trust that God will one day make things right.
Talk about it together. How do you react when things don't go your way? And until next time, I'm John.
I'm Brandon, and this was the So-and-So Show.
Yes, it was.